Me, hello.
Hello, can you?
Nice to see you again. How are you?
I'm very busy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good.
hmm
Thanks
Okay.
for asking.
hmm Okay. And can you please tell me how was your day so far? What did you do today?
Some meetings and I have research papers we completed.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Very nice. Okay. And weekend? What will you do on the weekend? Do you have available time for yourself, for your family?
As I said, I will be busy from now until
Mm-hmm.
no off days.
Off days. Okay. And can you tell me about our schedule for the next week? Can you please tell me, do you have any
Uh,
information about our classes? Because I just want to see.
Currently, I don't have the schedule yet, but I am afraid that about 90% I will need to cancel the class for the next few weeks.
Few weeks. Okay, so we will cancel then the classes for the next few weeks.
Okay.
Okay, no problem, no problem. Okay,
Yes.
just type me on Sunday if you change your mind. Type me for on Sunday. Type me. I just to know are we going to have or are we don't we are not going to have. It's not a problem for me. From my side, everything is okay. So don't worry about this. Okay, so we will cancel. Just I want to write down because okay, and how much in the next few weeks, 2 weeks or 3 weeks, how much you will be off?
Um,
It's okay. It's okay. Just
yeah,
to
yeah, okay. I will confirm to you.
mhm,
About 3 weeks.
3 weeks. Okay, no problem. So we will. Okay, so the next class will start 1, 2, 3. Okay, on 28th August. Okay, no problem.
No, just I think I will try to arrange for the next week, but for the next week and the week after that, I am unavailable because we have the exams for the student where I need to proctor.
Mm-hmm. Okay, no problem, no problem. Okay, so I just want to write that down. Okay, so just give me one moment, please, to write everything down because, like I mentioned to you, I'm a little bit old-fashioned teacher. Okay, I like to write everything down on my. Just one moment, please. So 7th August. Okay, and and 11th August. Okay, very nice. Okay, so we will start. Okay, now I want to ask you before I share my screen. I want to ask you about saving our planet. So I in my country is very polluted, and I want to ask you, can you share me details about your country? Can you please tell me something about your country? Is your country polluted too? What is happening? Can you give me more information about this topic about your country?
The weather in the weather.
Okay, and what we can, your government, for example, what they can do for if they want to protect the earth. So what they can do if they want to protect the earth. Okay, so what we can do, what ordinary people can do to protect, saving our planet. What we can do to save our planet.
Okay, okay. Sure. Actually, in Vietnam, people are becoming increasingly concerned for the environment. They have started um, various actions to protect the environment. For example, they have tried to change the materials like for example, from plastic to like paper. Before they often like for uh, they often put the food in the plastic box, but now they are changing to move to paper box. In addition, for the straw, they also use environmental friendly materials such as from trees.
Trees.
Yeah.
And in your opinion, okay, in your opinion, can you please tell me what do you think? What else people around the world can do? Okay, what people can do, for example, if they want to protect. What else? I'm speaking about energy sources. Okay, so what energy sources are used, for example, in Vietnam? What type of the energy is used in Vietnam?
We have energy sources in Vietnam, and from wind, like Vietnam just built a wind system where they can create energies. Then so like have they can create energy from like coal. Yeah, and we also have renewable energy or energy from solar.
Okay, and in your opinion, what do you think? What is the best energy source when we want to protect our planet? Okay, so what is the best solution for us?
Perhaps it might be solar and wind to create the energy.
Okay, so yes, okay, so this is something that okay we can use. Okay, and what do you think about hydro energy? Hydro energy means water energy. So what do you think about using hydro energy? I'm not so familiar, for example, what is happening in your country, because for example in my country we are having a lot of rivers, and we are explode these rivers. So can you please tell me what is something that can happen uh, do you use water energy in your country? Can you please tell me?
Yeah. We do use water energy.
Water energy. Okay, very nice. And what do you think about using water and wind energy comparing to fossil fuels? How in my country we have fossil fuels, a lot of usage of fossil fuels. Okay, so can you please tell me something about you?
I think water energy is the the alternative energy sources that can be used to replace the fuel resources, because I believe that it's cleaner and produce significantly less carbon emissions compared to fossil fuel.
Okay, now we will start. Okay, so we have here saving you will see saving Mother Earth. Okay, now okay, so this is a little preview that I want to ask you. Now we have here the question, this question. Okay, can you please read the question number 1 and give me your answer? Can you do that, please?
Okay. What things in modern life are convenient for you? In my opinion, I believe that the internet and the electricity are things that invented and make our life become more convenient.
More convenient. Okay, and yes, and what is something, for example, that you are using now, and you can imagine that, okay, your life without this. So, what is something that you can use, and you think that this is something that you cannot imagine that you're not using that. Okay, do you have something that you're using now and of technology, and you cannot imagine your life without this?
I think the internet, because the internet keeps me updated and also say thanks to the internet, my work become easier and saves a lot of money and time. We don't need to meet face to face. We can change a lot of meetings to online, a lot of discussions to online, and we save the travel costs. We also save time at travel time as well. So I think the internet is something that I cannot live without in the modern life.
Okay, and question number two.
Would you be willing to give up convenience for the environment? Yes, we have a lot of I think that I can have a lot of actions to save the environment. For example, I will give up using plastic materials and use alternative materials to save the environment. Also, I can turn off the lights when I don't use it. Yeah, and I also refer to ride my bike and use the public transportations instead of the private vehicles.
And what is the biggest problem, for example, in your country? Okay, when we are speaking about environment. Okay, so what else can be the biggest problem? In my country, we have too many. What happened right now? What is happening? For example, we are having a lot of problems with our government. Okay, this is the true story. Okay, because they are cutting trees. Okay, so we have deforestation right now in a capital city and the second biggest city in our country. So they want to cut all the trees and to make big buildings. So that means that we don't have anymore. We don't have nature, and this is one of the problems that we are facing. In the last year or this year, two of our cities, Belgrade and Novi Sad, they were the most polluted in the world. Yes, and this is deforestation. Is one of the biggest problems that we are facing right now in our country. So can you please tell me about your country? Okay, do you have similar problems, or what is the biggest problem about environment? Okay, I just want to compare your country and my country.
In my country, the government encourages people to save the environment, but some people they don't like. For example, like the government asks us to turn off the light, but people don't want to follow that. And like in a new city, we have a lot of trees along the street, like a very big trees and very very beautiful trees. but the government decided to cut the tree off, um, to build other things, and a lot of local people disagree with that, and like they raise their concerns about the environment.
Hmm?
Yeah. And also the views of the city as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and you mentioned that we are having the similar problems. Okay, so we have in our country, they want to cut the trees. The temperature is very high because, as we know, trees protect us from the high temperature.
Yeah.
Yes, okay, and right now, where are you in Hanoi, Ho Chi Minh City? What is the name of your city? Ho Chi Minh City.
Sorry, I have a sorry about that.
Mhm.
Dạ em nghe là chị. Thứ hai chị cho em tí nha. Để em coi lại lịch của em thử. Thơ với Duy. Có trí nha chị. Dạ. Thanh toán tiền thi, có thi. Sáng thứ hai em ok hả chị? Dạ được chị. Chết rồi. 10 giờ đúng chị? Dạ 10 giờ đi. Dạ. Okay, thanks for waiting.
Hmm?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me? Is
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
okay? Okay, so the question is, where do you live now? Do you live in Ho Chi Minh City, Hanoi?
Ho Chi Minh City.
Okay, so now let's see, and we have here. Okay, we will continue. Okay, here we have the seat, a hot cities interview about current controversial issues. The topic is the environment. What's the guest main point? Okay, so we can read this. Okay, I will be interviewer and you will be Mr. Sanders. Can we do that, please? Okay, I will start. Okay, welcome to Hot Seat, the interview show with tough talk and tough questions. Today, we are with John Sanders, a best-selling author of a controversial new book, Give Up Convenience, Save Mother Earth. Welcome to our program.
Okay. I'm happy to be here.
Now, in your book, you say that we will be hated by future generations for not saving Mother Earth. Is that right?
Yes, where in Brazil that and it's a result of our selfishness. We're fueling our own mother for a tiny bit of convenience.
Killing our own mother.
We consume, we waste, and we think it's all natural. We understand this base of development is damaging the earth, but we can't give up our cars, our convenience stores.
Yes, right. In your book, you criticize convenience stores.
That's right. Think of all the electricity used for the bright lights, heating food, and cooling drinks all day and all night. We pour oil from the ground.
Oil.
We pull oil from the ground, burn it to make electricity, reduce CO2, cause global warming. For what? For a lifestyle that ruins our
Ruins,
health.
ruins
Ruins
our health. Okay, let's go
our
up.
health
Okay.
and our environment. and we're doing nothing about it.
Well, do I remember correctly last month in Brussels, there was a United Nations conference on?
Meaningless. People as slaves to a convenience store lifestyle. Everyone knows it, but no one has the courage to change. I, for example, never use plastics. I grow my own chemical-free vegetables. Always make public transportation.
That's not practical, to be honest. It sounds like you're just trying to sell your books.
Not at all. To change this, everyone, and I mean everyone, needs to give up for some convenience from our lives.
For their
Starts
lives. For their
at
lives.
their lives. Start simple. No more plastic bottles. Refuse to drink from anything except glasses until
Glass.
you
Glass. Not glasses.
glass, yeah. Until you give something up, nothing will change.
Oh, come on. The problems of the world are not going to be solved by me drinking from glass.
All right. There are many other things you can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you find more ideas in my book. Give up convenience. Save Mother Earth. It's available in every bookstore.
Okay, so check your understanding. Okay, so okay, okay, so what do you think about this, Mr. Sanders? What is your opinion about this, about him?
I think I agree with him in some extent. Yeah, because as we all know, the environment um, is affected seriously. And in order to save the environment for the future generation, we need to do something. But we need to be wise in the way we decide on our actions, because I believe that some convenience are important and crucial for our development. If we forgive all conveniences, then our world cannot develop.
Okay, so our world cannot develop. Okay, and yes, and we have here this question: what is Mr. Sanders' problem with modern lifestyle? What is his problem with this lifestyle?
Mr. Sander think that um, modern lifestyles, the convenience, uh, destroy our environment. So he thinks we should take some actions to save our Mother Earth.
So we need to take some actions. Okay, and what actions, for example, okay, you mentioned several things that is happening in your country. Okay, and what actions, for example, do you have, your government have in Ho Chi Minh City? So what they have, for example, what type of the actions they can do to protect your city? So what they can do to protect your city?
Yeah, they have the Earth hours where they will turn off the lights for some time, and then they also encourage uh, not to use plastic materials. Then so try to plant more trees. Yeah, and encourage people to take the public transportation.
Okay, so public transportation is also using let's say using uh, fuels. So what is something that people can do instead of this? What's something also people can do when they, for example, when they don't want to use this? Okay, so for example, public transportation is bus. So what and this bus, let's say bus is also using fuels. So what we can do to improve that or stop using the bus? or using public transportation? What we can do? What do you think?
You are right, but for some, like to some extent, public transport still save the energy and save the environment better than the private vehicles. And in Ho Chi Minh City and in Vietnam, we also start using um, vehicles that can be recharged from the solar energy. Like, yeah, we, yeah.
Okay. Okay, so this is something that okay, for example, I'm not using in my city, I'm not using public transportation because I'm not like a Mr. Sanders that I'm so let's say that I want to do something very much, but I'm not using the public transportation because my city is very flat. Okay, so you can go from one part of the city to another part of the city when you walk, just walk. You need 50 minutes. You don't need too much time if you want to walk. If you want to, for example, but this is, for example, teacher Christina, we are living practically next to each other. Okay, I need 10 minutes just walking to go to her place. So we are practically neighbors. Okay, so I'm taking a walk all the time. I'm trying not to use public transportation so much. Okay, and I know that in Vietnam, a lot of people are using motorbikes because I used to have a lot of students and they speak that they are using motorbikes. Can you tell me the reason why people are using motorbikes?
Because it's convenient for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we have like very small streets. Like not all streets are small, but we have a lot of small streets. So we use motorbike so that we can like go easily. Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, you can move and go easily. Okay, and what is for example, situation with cars with I don't know about this topic. Can you please tell me what is situation about using cars or something like this? Family, do they use cars when they want to move from one part of the city to another part of the city?
We have traffic jam, so if the distance is not too far, then we refer to use motorbikes.
Mm, so more convenient to use motorbikes. And why? Okay, this is maybe a lot of people who are not living in Vietnam. Why is this traffic jam is why do you have a traffic jam in Vietnam? why why is that happening? Okay, a lot of people or what is happening? Can you please tell me?
Yeah, I think because of the large population in Vietnam, so
Mm-hmm. Okay,
we have.
because okay, okay. Now question number two. Can you please read the question number two?
What does Mr. Sanders believe we should give up? He
Mm-hmm.
thinks that we need to give up the convenience store, try to use public transportation, and avoid using plastics. Instead of that, we can using our glass. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, and usage of plastic in Vietnam. Uh, okay, do people use plastic in Vietnam so often? Can you please tell me? Do they use plastic?
Yes, because we have a lot of street food. Like, yeah, we have a lot of street food stores in Vietnam, and to save the cost and to save the price of the food, the sellers normally use plastic boxes.
Mm-hmm.
But I think a lot of stores are changing to paper boxes to replace the plastic materials. and so they try to not to use plastic straws for the drinks as well.
Okay, very nice. And question number 3. Oh, this is interesting question. Can you please read the question number 3?
Okay. Why does the interviewer challenge Mr. Sanders?
So,
Yeah, the interviewer challenges Mr. Sanders because um, the interviewer believes that it's very difficult or even um, cannot be done, right? To give up the convenience stores and to give up the convenience that we normally use in the modern life.
in our modern life. Okay, and and he mentioned in his speech that he is using some gardens, some so that he is producing something. Is this possible, for example, to do in your, let's say, in your situation? Okay, I know that you're living in a very big city. Okay, so is this possible, for example, to do? Is this possible to do in other cities? In your city, for example, is it possible to do something like this in your city?
Yeah, I think it's not so easy because we need time to change people's mind, but I think it's doable.
Mhm. Okay, and how people can, if for example, especially people who are living in a big cities, how they can change that? Okay, they get used to it to use plastic. They get used to it to use different types of this that kind of materials. How they can people change their mind? For example, if they want to protect their environment.
I think that we need to educate people well, to make sure that they understand the consequences if they don't save the environment.
Mhm. Okay. Okay, and how people can approach to these people? What can they do to approach to these people?
They can they can organize some bookshops.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, for the local people,
Hmm.
and they also try to advertise on the TV or in some like popular shows so that like uh, people will like start recognizing the needs for saving the environment.
Hmm.
And yes, people will start to change.
Hmm. Okay, very nice. And in your, because you mentioned that you're working on college or institute. Okay, do you have, for example, access to do this kind of these things, this education to your students? Do you have something like this, for example, in your on your university, that you can
Yes,
educate students?
yeah, we put some board in each study room and to require the students to um, turn off the lights if they don't use, turn off the air conditioner if they finish the class, or before we normally provide the lecturers with a plastic water bottle,
Mhm.
but now we don't provide that anymore. We require the lecturers to bring their own bottles
Mhm.
to take the water.
Mhm. Okay, very nice. Okay, that is really great to hear. Now let's see. Okay, opinions. Okay, now can you please read this number one opinion of Pablo? Can you please read his opinion about the situation?
Mr. Sanders is right. We should give up a lot of convenience in order to save the earth.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what do you think about Pablo's thoughts? What do you think about his thoughts about the situation?
Yeah, I agree with that one. Yeah, I think people should, we should raise people's awareness of the importance of saving our environment.
Okay, and Ray opinion?
Mr. Sanders may be right, but his ideas for solving the problems are not realistic. Yeah, I think I disagree with Ray. I think we should start simple first, and when we realize the importance, then we will have more actions to protect our environment.
Okay, take more actions. Okay, very nice. And yes, I completely agreed with this, but I partly agreed with Ray because okay, so solving the problems are not realistic. Okay, I think that we maybe cannot solve this problem so easily. So we need a lot of time, a lot of money, if we
Yeah.
want to solve this kind of problems. Oh,
Yeah.
this is just my opinion. This is what I'm thinking about this situation. Okay, and now let's see Carmen, what she have to say. Number 3.
Okay. For Carmen, she says Mr. Sanders is simply appealing to our emotions in order to sell books.
Interesting opinion.
I don't think so. I think Mr. Sanders is Mr. Sanders really wants to protect the environment. So he wants to educate people to take some actions.
To get some actions. Okay, and why, for example, okay, so we have here, okay, I just want to scratch a little bit. Okay, I want to I'm not like okay, maybe he's doing the right thing, Mr. Sanders, but I'm not so convinced by him because if you want to hear this, you buy my book. Okay, why he doesn't want to tell what is happening?
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Yes, okay, because in my opinion, it's not okay when you're doing, okay, if you want to hear this, buy my book. Okay, if you are so worried about our planet, about everything, you will say it right away. And you will not say, okay, you can say, for example, what would I do in his position? If I'm in his position, I would say something like, okay, we need to do that, and I don't have time to explain everything. Okay, maybe you will give me the time in the next TV show. You will give me time to explain what I have to say. Okay, and I will give you more details. But in the meantime, because my book is very long, okay, I advise you to buy my book, and everybody will have a discount who calls, I don't know, this number. They will have a discount, and maybe this is the way how he can convince people to, yes, listen to him and buy book. I don't know.
I agree with you. Yes.
Because I don't believe too much with people who are doing something like this, because this is the way how they want to attract people to emotions, to manipulate emotions. I agree that this is one of the biggest problems that we are facing, protecting our environment. This is really big problem, but I'm not so convinced that they are doing in a proper way. So, do you have people like this, for example, in your country, who wants to sell something and they are using our emotions to sell? Do you have something like this, for example, in your country? Okay, so like Carmen that you used to mention here. She mentioned appealing to our emotions. Do you have something like this, for example, in your country, appealing about emotions and everything else? Do you have something like this in your country?
I believe yes. Yeah. Yeah, like if especially when the authorities want people to do something, so they need to say or they need to take some actions that appeal to people's emotions so that they can follow.
They can follow these emotions. Yes. Okay, people are doing something like this. Okay, so for example, in my country, okay, so I don't because you're on the university, maybe this topic will be a little bit interesting for you. We have situation, for example, in our primary school. Okay, so we are having certain books that children are using, okay, using for a long period of time. They are using one type of the books, and I think because we used to be a country like Vietnam, okay, so we used to have a similar thing. Our, let's say, our mm, system of education when I was young, it was much better. You need to earn your grade. Now everything is not so good because okay, practically students receive their grades like gifts. Okay, so yes, okay, you just need to say one word and you will pass, for example, to your subject. And when I was young, we used to have situation. No, you need the lowest grade because we have the grades 1 to 5. So you need to earn grade 2. Okay, you need to have some knowledge about the topic. You cannot get that grade if you have beautiful eyes. We are saying something like this, and it was how should I say, it was completely not ethical to do. It was not okay to do something like this but now it's completely different. You need to earn your grade. We were studying a lot, and today children are completely when I see, for example, what they need to do in their school, it's really not okay because I used to try harder when I was young, and now everything, I like to say everything is instant. They get right away if they want. Okay, so this is something that is bad, but I want to come back on a topic about books. Okay, so they are using certain type of the books, and one person from our country, he decided that he wants to share his books to our education system. And these books, he's saying something, they are free. You can download for my website. These books are free. Okay, but if you download, you have, for example, these books you have in a PDF format, but you need, of course, you need to go to the and you need to go and print all of these books. And I don't know how, but many people don't believe to him because he's doing something that is not ethical. So yes, and his books are also very, I don't know how to say, children, they are learning, but I'm saying that they are not on the same level when I used to be a child. When I used to be a child, we used to have, you need to earn your grade. Okay, if it's grade 2, you need to earn. So it's I don't know, do you have something like this in your country, that someone wants to sell? We are saying in my country, when someone wants to do something like this, they are selling ice to the penguin or sand to the tropical country. So do you have something like this in your let's say in your country?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, and I want you to compare when you used to, because you're working on your university and your college, when you compare when you used to study, when you were teenager, or when you were much younger. Can you compare, for example, situation right now in your country? Okay, when you are studying, and can you compare what is happening right now? Is it better or worse?
I think in general it's better.
Oh, how? Wow. How?
Why? Why you have
Mhm.
why are you surprised?
I'm surprised because positively surprised. I'm positively surprised. Like I mentioned, you need to earn your grade. Okay, and I'm not negatively. I'm not. When I see, for example, what children needs to study right now in our schools, this is ridiculous. In my opinion, this is ridiculous. This is too easy. Okay, and I just want to know how is better in your country, because I'm impressed because of your education system is very similar that our education used to be in the past. I don't
Mm.
know, 25 years ago, 25, 30 years ago. So I'm saying that your education system is much better than us, because teachers and everyone else are preparing us for life. Okay, and I'm just interested in this situation. How do you think it's better when you compare when you used to be in primary or secondary school or college? How is better? I'm just interested because this is, for me, it's wow.
Yeah, they have better like curriculum.
Mm-hmm,
And I think they have better evaluation system
mm-hmm,
where they have quite clear criteria to assess the students.
mm-hmm,
That's why I think the results become more apparent.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, and when you see what for example, students are learning now and in the past, okay, which material was harder, today's material or from the past?
So sorry, what is
Material that, for example, students are studying now, is it
yeah.
easier in your opinion, because you have experience, you're working in university, so in your opinion, a material that the students are using now and compared to the past, which one do you think it's better?
I think the materials are now better because we update the knowledge and skills from according to the international standards.
Mm-hmm,
So I think in general the materials are much better and uh, like uh, much more um, like complete.
mm-hmm. Yes. Okay. Now let's see. Okay, we have here supporting statements. Okay, can you please read number one?
Okay, number one, people have been saying things like take this for years. Our environmental problems are not so serious. I don't believe so. I
Hmm?
think it's becoming increasingly serious, and we start receiving the negative consequences because of our actions.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And number two?
What we really need is more action from government. Yes,
Hmm?
yeah,
Okay.
agree. Number
Okay, and
3.
okay, but what action? Okay, but I want to ask you a bonus question. What actions do you think will be appropriate? What
Like
action do you?
government should educate people more, have some role plays for the people to repeat, and the government should have clear directions and clear goals to protect the environment. Like they need to have some mission and vision and some priority for that.
Okay. Number 3.
We all know that things like plastics and automobiles damage the environment. Yes.
Definitely.
Yes. Yeah.
Definitely. Okay. Number 4.
The root of these problems is economic. No one will change as long as things are cheap.
Oof.
Not
Oof.
really. I think the consumers start to protect the environment and they are ready to pay higher prices if they know the products and services that they will consume or use are like environmental friendly.
Environmental friendly. Okay, and number 5.
We should change our lifestyle in order to protect our earth.
Maybe. Maybe.
Agree.
Okay, and how we can change our lifestyle? What we can do, for example, if we want to change our lifestyle? So what?
Like Mr. Sanders mentioned, we start from simple, like take some actions in like the like we think we can do, and from the simple actions we can start, like we can extend our actions.
Okay. Yes. Okay. And for example, what change? Okay, would you like, for example, what is something that you would like to change right now in your ordinary life? That, for example, what you can improve in your ordinary life? If you want to have a better life, what is something that you need to change? You would like to change. Sorry.
Like using the public transportations or use like environmental friendly materials.
Okay. And okay, next one.
He is only telling one side of the story to make us believe him. He ignores the fact that modern technology helps humankind. Yeah, I partially agree with that. Yeah.
Okay, and why?
Yeah, we all know that technology help us a lot, help us to develop. So um, we cannot forgive all the things in modern life if we want to develop.
If you want to be better. Okay. Okay, and what, for example, what type of technology? Okay, I asked you about. You mentioned that the internet is one of the most important things in our lives. So, what type of the technology, for example, you can get rid of it? Okay, you don't need so much.
Sorry?
What part of the technology? What is something that you don't need at all? Okay, so what do you think? What is something that you don't need? Okay, so we have
For example,
technology. For example, in my opinion, I don't need in my room. I don't need TV. I have a computer. I don't need TV.
yeah, I also don't need TV as well.
Hmm.
I don't need TV. I don't need let's see, iPad.
What? Sorry, can you say?
iPad.
Hmm. Okay,
Tab.
iPad.
Yeah.
iPad. You don't think? Oh, why? Why
I
iPad?
don't use it. I don't have the demand to use it. I think smartphones for me is enough. Smartphone and laptop are enough for me.
Okay. How about air conditioner?
For me myself, I don't really need that, but because I have the kids, so I think I still need that.
And when they grow up, well, okay, would you get rid of air conditioner? So when they grow
Not
up.
really, because the weather is becoming hotter and hotter.
Okay, so we need to plant a lot of trees. Okay, to stop that. Is that right? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, very nice. That was really fantastic. Now we covered all the topics. Okay, so in the end, I want to ask you, do you agree with Pablo, Ray, or Carmen? Okay, let's go up.
Can I see? Yeah. I think I agree with Pablo. We need to take actions to save the environment.
Okay, take a lot of actions. Okay, would you like to add something more? Okay, so we have here 3 opinions. We have Pablo, Ray, and Carmen opinion. Would you like to add more opinions? Would you like to add something more, for example?
Let me see. I believe that we need to be wise in selecting the actions to save the environment, and the government should find the correct ways to protect the environment and to educate people.
Okay, very nice. That was really good. Okay. Wow. Okay, so we finished. Okay, I want to ask you, do you have any questions for me about today's class?
Yeah, not. I don't have any questions for the class, but I just received the schedule for the next week. Yeah, so I'm sorry that I cannot have class for the next week. Yeah, and for the
No problem.
next 2 weeks, which means 3 weeks, I am unavailable. Yeah, at least for the next 3 weeks. Yeah.
Okay, okay. No problem. It's okay. No problem. I received your message in time, and that from my side that is completely okay, and I don't have any problems with this. So don't worry about this. Okay, so we will start at 28th of August or 29th. I cannot remember the exact date, but I think it's 28. Okay, no problem. It's okay. Okay. Now yes. I cannot. Okay, now I should go because I have another class in 1 minute. Okay.
Okay, sure.
Okay. I wish you one nice day and wonderful weekend, and see you in 3 weeks.
See you. Hope to see you soon.
Bye bye.